This makes you feel worthy with a man. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were giving your heart, giving your time and your love to a man only for him to take it for granted? Have you ever felt like no matter how much you gave, it was never enough to make him step up, commit, and really see your value? If so, then what I'm about to share with you could be the turning point in your love life. Because here's a hard truth. When you don't know how to truly embody worthiness, you will keep attracting men who waste your time, who leave you guessing, and who leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, and unworthy. But when you do embody your worth, everything changes. You'll no longer find yourself wasting your energy. Instead, you'll be cherished like the treasure you really are by the kind of man who pursues you, protects you, and passionately commits to you for life. So stay with me in this video because what I'm going to share is going to show you exactly how to start being the queen in your love life and finally feel worthy with a man you want. I'm Brody Boyd with Magnetize Your Man, and for over 20 years combined with my wife Antia, we've been helping thousands of successful women all over the world to attract and keep a loving, long-term, committed relationship with a man they desire. And we've seen firsthand the exact shifts that make the difference between a woman being taken for granted and a woman being deeply cherished and adored. So the fifth key with all this is to stop giving your pearls to the wrong men. Jesus said, "Do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them under their feet and tear you to pieces." Now, what does that mean when it comes to your love life? It means your love, your body, your time, your trust, your support. These are your pearls. They are precious. They are priceless. But when you give them to the wrong men, they won't see them as pearls. They'll treat them like mud because they don't have the capacity to value what's sacred. One of our clients, Molly, used to do this all the time. She would overgive, she would cook, clean, support, sleep with men early on and try to prove herself. And every time the guy would pull away, she felt invisible. But once she learned to stop giving her pearls to men who hadn't earned them yet, everything shifted for her. She met a man who pursued her, cherished her, and within a year, she was walking down the aisle. Your pearls are not for every man. They are for the man who proves himself worthy of them. The fourth key is that your worthiness is shown through feminine receiving. A man's instinct is to protect, to provide, to cherish. But he can only do that when you let him. And here's the kicker. Only a woman who knows her worth can truly receive. Think about it. A woman who feels unworthy feels that she has to prove herself. She has to do, to give, to chase, to initiate. But a worthy woman, she leans back, she receives, she trusts. And here's where magnetic feminine communication comes in. Imagine saying to a man, "May I ask for your help with something?" That short phrase does two things. It honors his masculinity by inviting him to provide, and it also shows that you believe your needs and desires are important enough to be met. It's not demanding, it's not begging, it's an expression of quiet confidence. Why does this work? Because when you receive openly, you create space for him to step into his role as a man. You invite his leadership, his giving, his devotion. True worthiness isn't about doing more or proving more. It's simply about receiving more. Now, before we go deeper, if you'd like to discover how to attract a loving, long-term, committed relationship with the right man for you, make sure to also take our free Magnetize Your Man quiz by going to our website, magnetizeyourman.com, or you can click on the link in the description or comments below. You'll get your top personalized recommendation there right away. The third key is embracing polarity and trusting yourself. Attraction comes from polarity. The masculine leads, the feminine follows. The masculine thinks, the feminine feels. The masculine does, the feminine is. But here's where many women sabotage themselves. They don't trust themselves, so they overgive, they over-explain, they overdo. They take the lead, trying to control the outcome. And when you do that, polarity collapses. The man feels unnecessary, so he stops stepping up. But when you lean into your worth, when you trust yourself enough to lean back, you invite him into his masculinity. You give him the opportunity to be the man. It's like a dance. If both partners try to lead, the dance is chaotic and frustrating. But when the woman trusts her worth enough to follow, the dance flows beautifully. Or take the analogy of fertilization. The sperm chases, the egg receives. The egg doesn't chase the sperm around, it simply rests in its worth, signaling its value, and the sperm pursues. That's what happens when you trust your worth. The right man steps up and claims you. The second key to feeling worthy with a man is setting boundaries like a queen. So a queen doesn't let just anyone walk into her throne room. She has gates, guards, and standards. In the same way, a worthy woman doesn't give unlimited access to her time, her body, or her heart. The Bible says, "Watch over your heart, for from it flows the spring of life." Too many women act like peasants in their own palace, saying yes when they mean no, tolerating excuses or accepting breadcrumbs. And every time you do that, you teach a man that your pearls are cheap. But when you calmly set a boundary with yourself by saying things to him like, "I can't be in a situation where I don't feel like a priority," you're not being difficult. You're setting the terms of your palace. Remember, boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're not walls, they're golden gates to your beautiful heart. They say, if you want to enter, this is what I need. And here's the paradox. The right man doesn't resent your boundaries and standards. In fact, he's drawn to them because self-boundaries signal self-love, and self-love is magnetic. And the first key is that appreciation unlocks his masculinity. When you show appreciation, you're saying, I see your effort and I appreciate how you care for me. Men are wired to provide and to protect. It's in their masculine nature, but they also step deeper into that role when they feel their efforts are recognized. A simple phrase like, "I feel so cared for when you do that," or "It makes me feel special when you open the door for me," creates a powerful shift. Appreciation isn't flattery. It's not empty praise. It's authentic recognition that reinforces your own worthiness and encourages his masculinity. Think of it like sunlight and water to a plant. Masculinity naturally grows stronger in an environment of appreciation, and as it grows, you feel more cherished, more provided for, and more secure. He begins treating you more and more like the diamond that you are. So remember, appreciation isn't about giving him an ego boost. It's about creating a cycle of sowing and reaping. The more you appreciate, the more he provides, and the more you get to relax into your worth. Now, why does all this work? Psychology shows us that men value what they invest in. If you give everything up front, there's no investment and therefore no value in his eyes. Spiritually, God designed masculine and feminine to work together. Masculine gives, feminine receives. Masculine leads, feminine follows. And it's not about weakness, it's about design. And energetically, when you embody worthiness, you send out a signal. Men feel it. Just like a car signals when the gas is low or the oil needs changing, your worth signals to a man where he can step up. You don't have to scream, chase, or beg. The signal itself is enough, shared with vulnerability and respect. So here's the bottom line. Your love, your femininity, your heart, these are pearls. Don't cast them before men who can't see their value. Don't waste them on men who trample them. Instead, lean into your worth. Use magnetic feminine communication. Trust your value, and you'll find yourself in a relationship with a man who doesn't just see your pearls, he treasures them and he treasures you.